Marcus the Rashford or Rashford Marcus has no business going back to Manchester United. As a matter of fact, he has no business going back to Old Trafford. Everything that was taken away from him, Marcus has rediscovered them all at Aston Villa. Look at him again today in their FA Cup. They are look at how they just cruised through to semi-final. All thanks to Marcus Rashford making sure that he gave Aston Villa that beautiful opener. Marcus Rashford is so connected to Aston Villa right now that I will even call him their best player right now. Aston Villa's best player right now is Marcus Rashford, and arguably the man of the match for today's game. You see, that is a club you'll be playing for. After a while, you should tell yourself that no, this place is not a home for me. This place can no longer work for me. There is definitely something wrong at Manchester United that has not favored him for several seasons. Despite giving his 100 for that club, it is not clicking. So it is high time both Man U and Marcus finally depart. Aston Villa should be looking at keeping Marcus Rashford permanently because he suits them better. And in the high scheme of things, Aston Villa is doing better than Man U these days. Aston Villa is playing UEFA Champions League football. Man United is not. They have just made it to FA Cup semi-final. They may likely get something out of this season. Although Man U is also cruising well, I see Man U winning the Europa League. I beat my chest and say, yes, Man U will win the Europa League. But you cannot underrate Aston Villa as well. Aston Villa may go ahead and win the UEFA Champions League. What I'm saying in essence is this. Marcus Rashford needs to tell himself the truth. Manchester United is not that club. And with how things are falling apart between him and their new coach, Ruben Amorim, Marcus should never, ever think of going back to Manchester United. And I raise my case on that. If you love Man U and you love Marcus Rashford, you're a supporter of his talent, you should not advise him to go back to Man United. He cannot function under Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim's style of play does not fit him. That was why things quickly fall apart between him and Marcus Rashford. Many people were making us believe that Marcus Rashford was instigating the other players against the coach. That Marcus Rashford is the bad egg among the in the dressing room, that he should be weeded out. They should take him out. When they sent Marcus Rashford, when Marcus Rashford looked at it and said, oh, after everything I did for this club, maybe it is high time I actually left. Maybe it is high time I try something new. Marcus Rashford reluctantly left Manchester United. But look at him today. Look at him today. Doing absolutely amazing. It pains me. It pains me the way he was treated at Man U, making him look like the bad one. They quickly forgot the season, 3 seasons ago, that he single-handedly carried Man U on his shoulder. Rashford have no business coming back to Manchester United. They don't value him. Just how many days has he played for Aston Villa? They have quickly called him back to international duty. That is to tell you how quickly Aston Villa helped him, to rediscover that confidence and rediscover his talent. Again, Marcus Rashford, you have no business going back to Manchester United. They will kill your career.